Do you guys know Chrysler's 100 years old? Has a 100-year legacy in North America that honestly nowadays boils down to one minivan. From the 1920s to the 60s, Chrysler saw amazing growth in North America and Europe, but by the 70s, a lot of trouble started to brew. Chrysler's European division was sold to Peugeot, and Chrysler partnered with Mitsubishi to pretty much sell rebranded Mitsubishis in North America under the Dodge and Plymouth name. This all came after the old Chryslers in North America when manufacturers scrambled to sell more fuel-efficient vehicles to compete with the likes of Toyota, Honda, Nissan. In the 70s, on the verge of bankruptcy, Chrysler was given a $1.5 billion loan by the US government, and along with the help of new CEO Lee Iacocca, helped Chrysler become a profitable company throughout the 80s. Yeah, this Lee Iacocca. He started off as a Ford engineer and would eventually become the president of Ford Motor Company. He was notably known for helping design and release icons like the Ford Mustang and the Ford Escort. By the mid-80s, Chrysler's relationship with Mitsubishi was expanded with DSM, Diamond Star Motors, and icons like the Mitsubishi Eclipse were released under the Plymouth and Eagle brand as the Plymouth Laser and Eagle Talon. Around this time as well, Chrysler had made one of the best purchases to date, the American Motor Corporation, or AMC. AMC was nowhere near as big as the big three like Ford, Chrysler, GM, but most important part of AMC's lineup were Jeep. So now Chrysler had access to the Wranglers, the Wagoneers, the classic Willys. Even nowadays, Jeep is probably one of the best-selling brands that Chrysler has under their names. Now, fast forward to the 90s, something interesting happened. Chrysler merged with Daimler-Benz, as in Mercedes-Benz. You can even see this evidence where a lot of Mercedes and Chrysler products throughout the 90s and early 2000s shared a lot of the same platforms, engines, transmissions, interior trim pieces. Some of the major changes that did happen were like Eagle and Plymouth, those brands were now discontinued. We also saw a huge push in manufacturing for things like the Chrysler Voyager and the Dodge Caravan. It's actually thanks to Chrysler for pioneering the minivan. Because of Chrysler, throughout the 80s and 90s, a lot of families switched their family vehicles from station wagons to minivans. Now, this didn't last long. Mercedes will eventually separate from Chrysler in 2007, literally months before the 2008 financial crisis. After the big three in America were bailed out, Chrysler became Fiat Chrysler. But this is where modern Chrysler history kind of changed. Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Chrysler, and SRT became forming their own identities, their own ideologies in manufacturing. All these brands were seeing success, but Chrysler not so much. Most of what Chrysler sold were up-badged versions of models from Dodge, Ram, Jeep. They started to kind of lose their identity. Things like Ram trucks were still popular. The Dodge Twins with the Challenger and Charger became icon with SRT all over them. And even to this day, Jeep still holds a huge market in the off-roading world. Chrysler was barely viewed as a luxury brand. Jumping ahead to 2021, Fiat Chrysler and Peugeot merged and formed the new Stellantis. Now they have about over 14 American and European brands together. So you have the likes of Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Chrysler merging with Fiat, Alfa Romeo, Maserati, Peugeot, Opel, and a bunch more. So after 100 years of history, Chrysler pretty much is the brand down to just one car in their lineup, the minivan. The future of Stellantis in North America is still kind of shaky. The new Charger Daytona is a testament that Chrysler fans don't really care for EVs, and that isn't really in line with Stellantis' goal. My prediction is in the next couple of years, Stellantis may divest or separate their American brands to keep bolstering their EVs in the European market, or they can maybe try to turn Chrysler into some kind of like a luxury EV brand to be in line with their mission of having about 80% of their sales come from EVs. But we'll have to see what the future holds for Chrysler.